friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is another 3 looks with 3 palettes. I'm very excited. These 3 palettes are so pretty and I'm so excited to show them to you and just get creative and play with makeup and create some looks. It's gonna be so much fun. These are some of my favorite videos to do because at the end of the day, I started doing YouTube because I love doing silly little eyeshadow looks and I wanted to start putting them on the internet for you to see as well. Creating looks and doing tutorials and playing with eyeshadow is one of my favorite things ever, and that's never gonna change. And this is just such a fun way to kind of test that creativity and scratch that itch that I enjoy so much. These are all very special and I'm very excited about them, but again, it goes without saying that just because I'm sitting here playing with these 3 palettes does not mean you need these 3 palettes. Don't let makeup FOMO get to you. FOMO's not real. Don't let it affect you. I know it's easier said than done. Obviously, if you are looking to purchase any of these palettes, I hope that my video can help you make your decisions, but never feel pressured. Maybe you can just use these looks as inspiration for your own collection, for your own looks. Maybe you see something in these palettes that reminds you of something you already own, and it can help you play in that way as well. Obviously, if you do end up shopping, I'll have everything, these 3 palettes and all the makeup details from these looks in the description box for you, as well as any discount codes if I have any. But again, don't let the fact that it's just new makeup make you feel like you have to buy something. Be a smart consumer. Don't buy things just for the sake of FOMO. But anyway, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna show you these 3 palettes, get into some swatches, get into some looks. I'll be doing 1 look with each palette, and I do intend on doing additional looks over on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Some of those looks might already be rolling out by the time this video goes up. If not, they're coming very soon. So without further ado, let's get into these palettes. First up, we have the new Dede Signature Broken Jewels palette. This is so pretty, so pretty. I love this color story. I love the swampy greens. I love the bluey lavender. I love these warm, rich, reddish tones. The row of cool tones at the top. It's just such a beautiful color story. I love the contrast. I love the depth. It's moody, but still colorful. Dede's Signature really just keeps stepping it up time and time again as time goes on. This is absolutely stunning. When she was doing the reveal on her Instagram of this palette, 1 row at a time, it was just like capturing me every single time. This is so beautiful. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It's gorgeous. Her formulas are just so incredible, and I just love seeing this all together. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This one's launching on Friday the 29th at 12 p.m. EST, and you can use my affiliate code if you want, but again, no pressure. Next up, we have a new collab. This is the collab between Beaute Bar and Nooper, and I'm so excited. This is incredible. I am so excited for her. She is so deserving. She is the sparkle queen, and I'm so happy that she has this collaboration with one of my favorite brands, mind you, and this is just absolutely beautiful. This color story is gorgeous. I love these soft purples, these kind of greenish tones. We have these pinky shades. I just think this is gorgeous. I really enjoy this kind of brighter, almost like a minty green, but more vibrant than a mint. It's just beautiful. I feel like it has the murkiness and the color. The shimmers look so beautiful and transformative. I adore Beaute Bar. I adore this formula. I adore how aesthetically pleasing this all looks. Nooper is an amazing creator, and I am just so thrilled about this collaboration, and I'm so excited to dive into this palette. This one is also launching on Friday the 29th at 12 p.m. EST, and I think these are code eligible. I know I have a code, BATTYBEAN with Beaute Bar. I'm not positive if it works on collabs, but you're welcome to try if you feel like shopping. Again, all the details will be down below for you. And last but not least, we have the On Topper the World palette from Clionadh. This one launched recently, and it's so cute. I love the pun for like a topper eyeshadow palette. These are all very shifty, toppery shades. We have kind of just like iridescent-y, rainbowy type things. Clionadh has such beautiful shimmers. I feel like they were one of the OG brands just knocking it out of the park with shimmer formula from the get-go. Now we have a fun, cutesy little topper palette. I'm very excited to see where my creativity takes me with this one because I don't reach for an all shimmer palette very often, but these do look very promising. They're so gorgeous and shifty. Really excited to play with it. And now with Clionadh specifically, they are a Canadian brand, and I know the new tariff situation is gonna be affecting them. I was scouring their Instagram just now, and it doesn't seem like they plan on closing to deal with the tariffs, but I'm not completely sure. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet by the time this video goes up. This video will be going up before the tariffs go into effect. But with any overseas brand, I know unfortunately a lot of indie brands are pausing US shipping temporarily, which breaks my heart. I feel for my indies so much. I just really hope everyone can get out of this. I hope these brands can find a solution soon. With any of these indie brands, just check their websites, Instagram, what have you. Get details on how they're navigating the situation. If they are shipping to the US, make sure you're very understanding of what you may potentially have to pay. If you do have something shipped to you, there may be an extra tariff cost, it seems like, but it's all very convoluted and every brand seems like they're just trying to do their best. So give our indie brands some grace here. This is going to be a tough situation and really hoping they can pull through with this. It breaks my heart so bad, but all that being said is I don't know for sure if this will be something that you'll be able to get or not. You might be able to, you might not. This one has already launched, so some of you may already have this palette, which is great. Either way, I still wanted to show this palette some love, give you some inspiration, and maybe you did get this palette, and this will show you some inspiration as well. Again, I'll have all of the makeup details, codes, all that good stuff down in the description box for you if you need to check that out and reference it. But now we are gonna get into the looks, and I am so excited. We'll regroup at the end, and I'll give you my thoughts so far. Hello, let's get into look number one. As far as my accessory details go, this necklace is Ana Luisa. I think I got these little star earrings from Primark, and I don't know where any of these rings or bracelets from. It's a mixture of very old and gifted stuff. So anyway, we're gonna get into this first look. I am dying to dive into the Broken Jewels. This palette is so pretty, the new Dede Signature. I know we've already gone over all the palettes in the intro of this video by this point, but so pretty. I love these colors. They are so gorgeous. I feel like I can visualize individual little quads. You could also like treat it as like different rows. Really inspired by this lavender shade today. I'm also really inspired by like these shades, maybe even blended out with this. Maybe kind of like a warm, rusty reddish situation with a pop of lavender. I think that might be a cool combo. So let's just get into it. I'm going to start by priming with my Sigma eyeshadow primer in Ignite. Just gonna smear this on and blend it out. I hope you're doing fantastic, by the way. I am just so excited to be sitting here playing with some eyeshadow. It's just always such a blast, so much fun. These palettes are all so pretty and I'm so excited to be diving in. So I wanna start out with Twilight Gem, this really dark kind of reddish plummy shade. I'm gonna use this 8-5 brush from Unearthly Cosmetics and I'm just gonna stamp this heavily in this outer corner of my eye. Lower lash line and lid area. I just want this outer area to be very coated with it. I'm really excited. I feel like this very rich, dark, warm is gonna kind of contrast with that lavender really nicely. So I'm gonna move on to Burnt Clay now and start blending this out. Obviously, I'll have to keep playing with this palette to form like my full thoughts, but I don't know, this one's definitely giving Fearless Holiday a run for its money as far as my favorite from this brand. I'm just taking this small 204 brush from Alter Ego, just taking really small amounts of this product at a time and just doing little swirly motions just to kind of diffuse this a little bit more. I think I am gonna deepen this up even more with the black, but I want the majority of it to just kind of be these two shades for this outer depth. I'm even gonna wipe my brush off periodically and just start blending with it being a little bit more clean, just to help with that diffusion even more. Taking Midnight Obsidian next right here, just to add a little bit of extra depth. I'm gonna use the Sigma E30 pencil brush and really just keeping this super tight right at my lash line, just to add a little bit of extra darkness. And I'll do the same to that outer part of that lower lash line as well. And then I'm basically just gonna take that first brush, I'm not even grabbing any more product, and I just wanna kind of scoot this black into everything that I've been doing. Just kind of getting a little bit of a gradient there. Not too much of a shift with the way it looks, but it just adds a little bit of extra darkness. So I definitely do wanna work on the shimmer, but I think I wanna work on this pop of purple first. So I'm gonna take that Shattered Amethyst shade. It's just so pretty, such a good one. I'm gonna use this little Bad to the Brow and Clionadh brush, and I want this to be kind of like an inner corner creeping into the lower lash line, maybe a little bit into this very front crease. But I wanted this to be kind of a pop in the front, kind of being its own standout thing while everything else kind of fades into that like dark, rich, warm. That's kind of what I was thinking for this. I'm gonna wipe this brush off periodically so that I can kind of use the clean edge of it to kind of blur this, because I don't want it to look like a big block of purple. Like I want it to stand out and be pretty dramatic, like it is a big pop of color in the front, but I want it to also flow nicely. Okay, so I want to take my NYX glitter primer now so I can work on the lid. I'm going to take this E55 brush from Sigma. I'm just going to lightly tap this across the lid just to prep it. It's going to help the shimmer pop really nicely, stay put. It's going to make it look its absolute best. And basically, I want this Rose Ruin shade all over the lid. I just think it's so pretty. It's so rich, very saturated. It's giving fall. I love. Ooh, that is so pretty. Wowie, 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 wowie. So I'm just kind of lightly building this up, just kind of taking it across the lid. I really want it to heavily blend into all these mattes in the outer. And then I'll use a little bit of a lighter hand as I get toward the front. Not to say I don't want it all over the lid, but I don't want there to be like a big block either. I want it to kind of fade off nicely. It's almost like a rusty burnt rose gold color. It's so, so, so pretty. Ooh, I really like that. I feel like I do want a little smidgen of shimmer on the lower lash line, so I think I want to take this Lava Spark shade. I'm actually going to use the same brush I used with the purple. I'm just wiping it off first. Putting some just on like the tip of the brush, and I want this to almost be like kind of in the middle, merging in between that warmth and that purple. I feel like that's going to be a really cool, just kind of, I don't know, way to fuse these together, add a little bit of extra twinkle. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, a lot, a lot. I started choosing my own adventure and I forgot to hit record. I took this cake liner from Gavissi. I just kind of got it wet and started mixing it around. And I'm just taking a little brush and adding like little dots all around. Kind of a mixture between like larger dots and smaller dots. Just having a little bit of fun, you know? Like nothing too crazy. Just kind of picking and choosing like where I want to see something. I don't know. I'm just kind of having fun with it. I thought it would play in with this pop over here nicely and just add a little something extra. Okay, threw on my lashes. These are the Black Moon Pisces lashes cut in half. And then I don't know exactly what this ColourPop pencil is because the name is totally rubbed off. I think it was called Lucid Dreams. If I can figure it out, it'll be in the description box like everything else, but I don't know for sure. For lips, I want something kind of dark and brownish, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the Espresso pencil from Dede Signature. I am just gonna line and lightly fill in. All right, just about done with that. And for my actual lip, I think I wanna take Mahogany Lip Clay from Kaleidos. It's just kind of like a good warm brown. Actually, I feel like that's not the shade of brown that I want. I think I have a different thing in mind. Okay, I have Cognac from Kaleidos. I think this is more of what I want. Has a little bit more warmth to it. Yes, that's exactly what I was envisioning. I think I actually picked up Mahogany thinking it was this, and then as soon as I swiped it, I was like, wait, no. Literally not what I was going for. And my lip clays are getting quite old, so I want to try my best to start using them more and more so I can get use out of them before I can't anymore. Just kind of blending that in with my finger. I love that color. Here's how the first look turned out. I think it's really, really cool. I like this very warm reddish brown situation with the pop of purple. I think it's a really cool contrast. I like the effect of this shimmer. It's such a pretty shimmer shade. I really like that added shimmer to the lower lash line too. I just think it all came together so nicely. I'm very into it. I'm excited to keep playing with this. But yeah, let's move on to look number 2. Hello, let's get into look number 2. As far as my accessories go, I just have these earrings. These are from a local brand in Claremont that I got at a market from the brand Serendipity. And I think for look number 2, I want to dive into the On Topper The World palette. I really want to do something just super sparkly. I'm thinking a winged liner with sparkle plastered over it. That's kind of the vibe today. Of course, I'm gonna start with the Sigma eyeshadow primer in Ignite. Smear it on and blend it out. I'm very excited. I feel like nothing gets me like sparkly eyeshadow. This is gonna be so cute. So basically, I just wanna start with a light layer of shimmer just kind of everywhere. So I'm gonna take Feeling the Sky High. I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush from Alter Ego, a 205. I'm just kind of dabbed it in there. And I just wanna lightly stamp this across the lid, just to give a little bit of an iridescent background. Nothing crazy opaque, just a little bit of a background shimmer before I lay down the wing, before I load up the other shimmer. I kind of wanted this look to be like ways to play with toppery companion eyeshadows in different ways, but push them together. When I do another look with this palette for like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, I already have the plan in my brain. I'm gonna pair it with a different palette that I haven't played with in a while. So stay tuned for that, to actually use it as kind of a companion toppery sort of palette. But for this look, I really wanted to just showcase it all by itself. So now taking my liner, this is the Rare Beauty liquid liner. I'm gonna draw a big ol' wing. It's hard to do this on camera because I need a mirror super close to my face, but starting at the corner of my eye, drawing a line toward the tail of my brow, and then just gonna swoop it inward. Bring it down toward the front. Kind of sort of something like that. We're getting there. I'm gonna kind of fill it in and start perfecting it. I wanna make sure this outside tail is very like bold and curving up a little bit more. So taking that up just a hair. Because I kind of changed the angle of it, I'm just gonna add a little more swoopage into this wing. But really I have to just have a mirror so close to my face, so I'm just gonna work on kind of extending this a little bit and perfecting it, and then doing the same to the other side. All right, that's as similar as those are gonna get. I'm going to now take my NYX glitter primer. I'm just gonna do a light layer of this over the top, just so that the shimmer that I place there has more potential to stay in its place and not move around, and also pop to its fullest potential. I'm gonna take this little angled brush from Lethal Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna lightly just do a light little dab, dab, dab across the liner itself. So I think I want to use two. I think I want to use Happy Go Lucky and Walking on Air. I think I want to start with Walking on Air and have it fade into Happy Go Lucky. I think that's the plan. So I'm going to start with that Walking on Air, the more like purpley blue one. And I'm going to place that on this front part of the wing with that same angled brush, just doing light little taps just to place that on there, going about halfway across. And now I just kind of wiped that same brush off, but taking Happy Go Lucky, wow, that is so pretty. I just want to stamp that across the rest of this wing. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love layering shimmer on top of a wing. I just think it's so pretty. Like shimmer on top of a black base really just transforms it so, so much. Lets it pop in a completely different way. It kind of shows those shifts even more. So, so, so pretty. And I'm kind of just scooting where those two shimmers meet on the wing to kind of blend them together. And I think for the inner corner, I'm kind of leaning toward Cloud 9. The little sparkles in that just look so good. Just using this tiny brush from Glaminatrix. Oh yes, perfect. It's a very mermaidy look today. Cute. Okay, threw on my Pisces lashes cut in half from Black Moon, and then I also threw in this mint eye pencil from Oden's Eye. I felt like it kind of, I don't know, it was kind of a nod to that sparkle we have going on in the wing itself. And for lips, I want something kind of mauve-y nudie, I think. So I'm gonna start with the Foggy lip pencil from Unearthly. It's just kind of like a pinky mauve tone, so I'm just gonna line and lightly fill in. So now I'm gonna take the Kaleidos lip clay in the shade Bear. Just gonna do like a little bit of it in the center and kind of use my finger to blend it in with that pencil. I'm liking that combo. I think that's quite cute. Kind of just like a softer, more subtle sort of lip. I think that's quite nice. I like that combo. Very like understated, but very, very cute. Okay, abruptly moving into the third look. I don't know if I just forgot to film the like finishing clip of look number 2 where I'm like, I'm back, here's the completed look with my bangs actually down, you know? Or if maybe the clip just didn't get saved in my camera, I don't know. But I didn't have the clip when I went to edit, but I do have a clip of me after I filmed a little highlighter video for short form content right after I filmed that. So I'll just overlay that so you can just see the completed look with my bangs like properly down, even though I feel like you did get a good glimpse of it when I was like putting on the lipstick and stuff like that. But overall, I ended up loving that look. I thought it was so pretty. One of those looks that really is pretty simple to do, but it has major impact. It's very eye-catching, very sparkly. I was very happy with that look. So Yeah, that was look number 2. Really enjoyed it. Let's move into look number 3. I just have Old Basic choker. I have these earrings from Primark. Nothing too crazy accessory-wise today. But I am excited because I'm going to be diving in now with the Coalescence palette between Nuper and Beaute Bar. It is just so gorgeous. I'm very attracted to this shade and this shade here. Really into this shimmer as well. I think I want to do some kind of smoky halo eye, kind of focusing on those colors. I also have an Alani Witch's Brew. I just poured it in a separate cup to make it extra fun and cute and festive. So love that for me. So I'm going to start again just by priming with my Sigma eyeshadow primer in Ignite, and we'll move on to the look. So I do want to start with this Decay shade, this really pretty, just like greenish gray. It's really good. I'm going to use this Unearthly 8-9 brush, and I'm just going to really pack this in the inner and outer part of my lid. Just really placing that down. I'll use another shade to blend it out, but this is kind of where I want to start. Almost creating a little bit of a loose V shape-ish where it's like a little tighter toward the lash line and then spreads as we get to the actual crease. I basically just don't want these 2 shades to touch, you know? But really like the base of my eye by like my lashes, that's all fair game. But the very middle, I want to leave that blank. I'm also going to take and smudge this all up against my lash line on the lower. Just gonna get that really dark and smoky. Sometimes when I'm doing a halo eye, I halo the lower lash too. Today I think I more so just want it smoky. This is just such a pretty color. I love this shade. To blend the edges of that, I'm gonna take Chaos, this delicious swampy chartreusey shade, like literally one of my favorite colors in the universe. I'm gonna use this Alter Ego 204 brush. I'm using very light pressure and really just a small amount of product at first because I'll build it up slowly. I'll wipe my brush off, grab a little bit more, and just kind of start working around the edges of this shape. Again, I want to keep the middle fairly open, and I just want to focus on making this darker color more blended and blurred, get a good gradient going between these 2 shades. I am liking this a lot already. Like, I know it looks kind of crazy and very incomplete, but I feel like we're setting the groundwork for something really cool, something really dramatic, really grungified. It's gonna be so pretty. I'm even gonna take a bigger fluffy brush with just a little teeny bit more of that shade, just to have something even fluffier to really blend and buff the edges of this too. Just to help with that softening. This is looking so cool. I'm gonna take my NYX glitter primer now so we can move on to some shimmer. The shimmers in this palette look utterly unreal. You better believe I'm gonna do a very like purpley look next time I play with this because those purples are so good. But I was just very attracted to these greenish grays and chartreusiness. I just think it's great. So I wanna take Dissonance, and that's just gonna go all over the lid. Oh, it's so pretty. Starting in the center, just for a very major spotlight moment. And then as I have less product on my finger, I'll kind of go from like side to side, slightly blending at the edge of this shadow, just so that we're still keeping that very haloed effect with the spotlight being focused in the middle. But I do want it to blend into those mattes, of course. I'll even take this little brush here, no additional product, and just lightly scoot, just so that I'm kind of blending that shimmer into those mattes. This is so pretty. This is very, very cool. I think I want to use Balance in the inner corner. I feel like Flora might be a little too dark for an inner corner highlight for me. Oh, that might not be so bad, actually. Maybe we try Flora. And worst case scenario, I just top it over something else. Oh, actually, yeah, that actually works really good. What am I thinking? I'll save that pinky purple madness for my purple look. Oh, that is glossy looking. I'm actually really glad that that's the route that I ended up going, kind of spur of the moment. That is such a good addition there. But I was thinking of being a little crazy and taking this gel shade, this sparkly blue. What if I popped that on the lower lash line? Like, what if I was just a little crazy? This is a Clionadh in Bad to the Brow brush. I want to start in the middle, kind of similar to how I did look number 1, except different because that was a totally different shape of eyeshadow. But starting in the middle, and then I'm kind of feathering it out as I have less product, just for an extra little sparkle, a little bit of weirdness. I love it. I love it. I feel like though there's really never a time that I put sparkle on my lower lash line and then I regret it. It's just always such a cool effect. Okay, threw on my Black Moon Aries lashes, and then I threw in the ColourPop Outer Space pencil in the waterline just to kind of go with that pop of blue down there. For lips, I want just something kind of cool toned nudie. I think that's what I'm feeling. I think I want to start with this dark brown pencil. This is the 89 Fine pencil from the Blend Bunny and Donnie Darkowitz collab. So I'm just gonna start by really mostly covering my lips with this, honestly. Now taking the Echo Valley lip clay from Kaleidos, gonna just do kind of what I've been doing, add a little bit to the center, and then just kind of start blending that with that pencil. I wanted a really good just kind of ombre effect with the dark pencil and the lighter lipstick. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'm really, really liking it. I think that's looking like a cool combo. Here's how the third and final look turned out. I love the way these colors are playing together. This shimmer is so pretty. Like, the amount of sparkles in that one shimmer shade is unreal. I love this. I love this so much. I love Bella Beaute Bar's formula, and playing with this was such a treat. I love the cool tone lip. I love just the way all this plays together. It's very fun. Very, very cool. But I'm gonna zoom out now and give you my thoughts so far on these palettes. And that is the looks complete. I hope you enjoyed them. I had so much fun playing with these palettes. These are all so pretty and so different and distinct and special in their own way. I would love to know which look is your favorite. I might be leaning toward look number one because I just loved the combination that was going on with that, but I feel like all three of these were just so cool and I'm really, really into them. But let's break all of them down, shall we? We have the Broken Jewels from Dede Signature. I love this. This was definitely a love at first sight sort of palette for me. I just absolutely adore these tones, these different shimmers, all these rich, yummy jewel tones. It is so, so pretty. I'm just loving how much I just continue to be impressed with this brand and how much they're growing and improving. It's just really cool to see. It's really, really cool to see. And this is just outstanding. This is so pretty. The On Topper the World is just so cute. The little puns. It's just the most cutesy, rainbowy, toppery palette. I mentioned in the beginning, I think, but I don't reach for just like standalone all shimmer palettes very often, but this is a very cute companion palette. If you're someone who's really into shimmers and likes having a palette to pull in on the side, this is a really fun one. Also, like, obviously these shades you can take out. Actually, I think all three of these palettes, they're all magnetic, so you could take any of the shades out, but you can easily like pluck this and move it into other stuff, mix and match it with matte palettes. Super, super pretty, very, very twinkly. And of course, the Newport collab with Bella Beaute Bar, the Coalescence. This is so pretty. I feel like it's just so moody and colorful at the same time. I love how there's all these just really dark, murky shades, but we have like these very fun, playful pops as well. The shimmers that are in here are so, so gorgeous. I'm just really excited about this one too. I'm excited to definitely play with a lot of these shades. Those look very, very yummy. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you into these palettes? I want to know what you're thinking. If you made it to the end of this video, out of these three palettes, pick your favorite and leave emojis to represent that palette. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I'm BATTYBEAN over there. And you can also subscribe if you want to see more videos. You're also welcome to hop over to my second channel, linked to my description box if you want additional content. And also in my description box is a link to my channel memberships. There's a couple different tiers with a couple different perks, and I would love to have you. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep watching, I'll pop a similar one on the screen. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one.